Think about the tree outside your window, or the one you passed this morning on your way to wherever you were going. You did not watch it grow. Nobody did. It did not announce each new centimeter. It simply kept doing what it was built to do, quietly, consistently, while the world around it changed the season. Everything worth having works exactly like that tree. Not loud, not fast, but certain. And today, I want to talk to you about one thing that separates the people who eventually arrive from the people who are still waiting. Time, and what to choose to do with it. Think about the version of you 10 years ago. You knew less. You could do less. The problems that seem manageable today would have overwhelmed that earlier version of you. How did the gap between then and now get filled? Not in one day, not in one decision. In 10 years of extraordinary days, one after another, after another. That is what time does when you stay in the process long enough. It transforms you without making a fuss about it. Think about the athlete you admire most. Before the championship, before the records, before that name that everyone recognizes, there were 10,000 mornings of training when nobody was in the stadium. Nobody clapped for those mornings, but those mornings are where the champion was actually built. Think about the business you use every week that started as one person's idea in an ordinary room. That business did not become what it is now in the first year. It became what it is through years of showing up, improving, failing, trying again, refusing to stop. And today, think about the marriage you respect most. The couple who has been together for years, for decades, and still move through the world like they genuinely choose each other. That kind of love is not love. It is the result of thousands of ordinary days of choosing to stay, choosing to work, choosing to build something together even when it was inconvenient. Success is not built in one extraordinary day. It is built in thousands of ordinary ones, invested wise. Most people quit before they get to see what those ordinary days were built. They plant on a Monday, dig it back up on a Thursday to check whether anything is happening. Greatness does not work that. Greatness requires you to trust the process when you cannot see the progress. Now, I want to ask you something uncomfortable. Where did last year go? Not the year in general, your year. If you have traced where your hours actually went, how much of it was invested in something that made you better? And how much of it was consumed by the things that left you exactly where you started? 30 minutes of scrolling that became 2 hours, the weekend that disappeared into entertainment you can barely remember now, the conversation that replayed the same complaints from 6 months ago and produced nothing new, the goals that were written down and then quietly forgotten. One wasted hour every day is 365 hours every year. 365 hours is enough to learn an entirely new skill from scratch, enough to build a side business, enough to become measurable, different from the person you were 12 months ago. Time does not wait for you to decide whether you are ready. It moves, whether you are moving with it or not. So what do the people who actually build things do different? They are not working with more hours than you, but they make different decisions about where those hours go. They plan the day before the day begins, because a day without a plan becomes someone else's agenda. They protect their time the way they protect their money, because they understand that an hour spent is gone in exactly the same way a dollar spent is gone. They learn continuously, not because they always feel motivated, but because they've made growing a decision rather than a mood. They build habits instead of relying on inspiration, because inspiration is a feeling and feelings come and go. But a habit runs even on days when nothing feels right. The person you will become in 5 years is being built by what you do this Tuesday, not by some future dramatic moment by today, by next hour. Time can build greatness. Time can build wealth. Time can build courage. Time can build a business that outlasts the person who started. But only if it is invested, not spent, not wasted. Invest. Am I investing my time, or am I merely spending it? That is the question to sit with today, because the ordinary Tuesday you are living right now is building something. The only question is whether you are choosing what it builds. Remember, time pays, not instantly, not dramatically, but eventually. Every hour you invest today is building the person you become tomorrow. Protect your time, invest it wisely, raise your standards. I will see you in the next episode of the Time Pays podcast.